want to get back to Donald Trump now, and he's confronted another world leader in the Oval Office. This time it was South Africa's president who was the target over a spate of attacks, the ongoing problem really of white farmers being attacked and murdered in South Africa. Here's the latest from Fox News.
The laughs didn't last long in the Oval Office Wednesday as President Trump sat down with South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa and confronted him over the rise in anti-white violence in his country.
It has to be responded to. Turn the lights down and just put this on.
Trump played this video for Ramaphosa, claiming it shows numerous instances of people calling for the deaths of white South Africans.
Must never be scared to kill.
Our government policy is completely against what he was saying.
You do allow them to take land.
Nobody can take land.
And then when they take the land, they kill the white farmer.
Let's bring in the former Foreign Minister of this great country, Alexander Downer, joins us this week from Beijing. Good to talk to you, Alexander. Look, there's an issue here to be confronted, the treatment of white farmers in South Africa, to be sure, but putting it on him in front of the media in the Oval Office is unusual diplomacy, to say the least.
Yes, it's unusual because normally what you'd expect is a quiet word spoken off camera, and that's how diplomacy normally works. But on the other hand, to have done that would have been completely ineffectual. And so in defence of Donald Trump, and I'm not always a defender of his diplomatic style, this has highlighted an issue which is apparently a very serious and significant issue in South Africa. Sure, it embarrasses Cyril Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa, but it is a way of trying to get the South African government to do something to stop it.
Now, there's much happening in the Middle East again. There is this shocking anti-Israeli terrorist attack in Washington, D.C. There's continued speculation about an Israeli attack on Iran's nuclear facilities. None of these issues are going away. There's the ground offensive of Israel into Gaza at the moment. And I just wonder, I want to get your perspective. Anthony Albanese's fresh back from Rome. He's not been to Israel since October the 7th, 2023. Should he have included a visit to Israel in that trip?
I'm not sure about that, but at some stage he should visit Israel. Whether he needs to do it right now, I mean, he could have done it over the last 3 years, and now he has 3 more years. He should be planning to make a trip to Israel. I mean, the Australian government needs to reconcile with the Israeli government. The Australian government's name is mud in Israel. For the very harsh position it took after the massacres of the 7th of October. So there is a patch-up job that has to be done with a country which is a traditional ally of ours.
Yeah, all right. Now, getting away from foreign affairs, and I know you're a long way from Australia at the moment, but I bet your phone has been running hot. You must be pleased that the Nationals and the Liberals are at least going back into talks to try and put the coalition back together already.
So, I mean, I think the decision by David Littleproud was madness, really, just to walk out of the coalition like that. I mean, it plays completely into the hands of the Labor Party. It discredits the whole of the opposition. It weakens the opposition. And it's bad for Australia because Australia needs a strong opposition to hold the government accountable for the very powerful decisions it makes. And the government is almost omnipotent. Most of the state governments are Labor. The unions are part of the Labor movement. The Labor Party controls the federal parliament. We need a strong opposition. We need alternative views put, and we need questioning of the government. Otherwise, we'll end up with corrupt and morally corrupt governance in this country. So splitting up the coalition, it's just madness. It's been tried before in 1987. It's just a suicidal thing to do. And the National Party, and true of the Liberal Party, but the National Party walked out of the coalition. They don't think about how they will be able to promote their points of view within the coalition, not storm out and throw their toys out of the pram. I actually thought it was grossly irresponsible, and they got better media coverage for it than I thought they deserved.
Thanks for telling us what you really think, Alexander. I appreciate it. Alexander Downer there, live from Beijing, weighing in on the coalition split. With that news today, though, that the split is trying to be repaired. There are negotiations underway to try and put the coalition back together again.